Happy Monday morning. It is March 14th, 2022. In a couple of days, I'm going to be leaving on a big old jet airliner. Really not a big one because it's a local airport, small airport. 3 seats on each side, I believe. But now I'll be getting on that and taking a flight to Phoenix, Arizona. Going to hook up with Bix Weir and the Road to Ruta crew. That should be a good time. The last time I flew, in fact, was last year, doing the same thing in Phoenix, Arizona. Hooking up with Bix for his Freedom Road show. Always a good time. If you're going to be in the Phoenix area, it is on March 19th, Saturday, this upcoming Saturday. It'll be, I don't even know where it's at. It's in Phoenix area. Go check out his website, though, and you can get tickets and come to the Freedom Road Show event. You can listen to Bix play a bunch of music, like when Lisa and I will be there. I believe Jenny Moonstone will be there. And it'll be a good time. A lot of freedom-loving people is really what it comes down to. Always enjoy it. But it gets me to think about, I had a conversation with some friends on, well, a couple of days ago. I think it was Saturday night. Talked about a lot of different things, and one in particular where we kind of left it was, what is the end game? What's your end game? You know, and it was late Saturday night after more than a few drinks and kind of waxed a little philosophical. But that's the question I think we all need to ask ourselves, and that's the question I ask myself. What is my end game in all of this, in this crypto, in this world, whatever it is? Know where you want to be and envision that and manifest that, and realize, you know, why you're here on this planet. Is it just to go through the motions and, you know, hey, someday I'll retire and I'll be able to take vacations and spend time with the grandkids? And I think you just really got to take stock of, you know, what it's all about. All right, get that off there. Now I can talk instead of concentrating on driving. But the end game, and I guess my end game is more of a place or a state of mind where I want to be. And getting to that point requires many challenges, many hurdles along the way that I don't know about yet. I do know I want to do things. I do know I want to do the best I can to help people to get on their path, their journey, so that they can identify what their end game is and maybe help nudge somebody or shift somebody or awaken something in somebody so that they can get on that path and recognize that there should be an end game where you think you should be. And some people will say maybe there is no end game and just keeps on going. Whether in this life, the next life, you never stop fighting, and you shouldn't stop fighting. I think there's a season for everything, though. And it's interesting. I see Tom Brady today coming out and saying, you know, I'm coming out of retirement. Well, he just announced he was going to retire a few weeks ago, and now he's not going to retire. And I think he's 44 years old. There comes a point in everyone's life where you realize, you know, he knows he can't play football forever. Let's turn that off. He knows he can't play football forever. The body will not allow you to do that. But he still feels like he's got a little bit left. But at some point, that season will change, and he will be unable to do that. All of us at the same point aren't warriors forever. You kind of, you can try to fight that. You can try to be that warrior, but at some point, nature kind of doesn't allow you to do that. And so the season changes, and then you realize, well, maybe my path is no longer to fight those battles overtly and on the battlefield. Maybe it's to be a little smarter about it and not as physical, or not take as much action, physical action. Not saying it right, but maybe you step back and do things a little bit differently. And there's a season for everything, I guess, is really what it comes down to. to where you got to know what battles to fight, and man's got to know his limitations. That's really what it comes down to, and that's why I say that. You've got to know what your limitations are. You have to realize what you're capable of and what you should be capable of, and even if you are capable of it, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. So it comes down to what's your end game. Where do you want to be in life? What do you want to accomplish? What will bring you happiness at the end of this life? Where do you want to be? My image is just, kind of not necessarily a Norman Rockwell type image, but just a state of being to where I imagine at some point it would be nice to be able to just relax, sit down in a rocking chair on a deck, maybe have a glass of whiskey, maybe have a glass of iced tea, have a dog at your side that, is happy and right there. You can pet him and maybe be smoking a big old cigar too. But just being in that state where you can just sit out and maybe just watch the sunset and relax and not worry about all the things that need to be done, because you're at a point where you've done everything you could in this life. And you've gotten to the point where it's time to reflect and realize the mistakes that you might have made, but at least hopefully be in that point where even though you did make mistakes, you can look back and say, you know what, at least I was in the arena. At least I tried. At least I did not sit back. At least I'm not at the end of my life with a bunch of regret because I didn't try. And a lot of people have that regret because they did not try. They did not get out there and do something. And you got to make mistakes. That's just the way it is. Can't be great until you failed, said Melville. So that's kind of how I see things. The end game is to be able to look back and say, you know what, I did everything I could. Might not have been right at the time, but I was out there doing it, and I tried. Did the best I could to support my family, to raise my children, to help them to be independent thinkers so that they can lead not only themselves, but possibly others. But really, it boils down to me, you got to leave things better than you found them. And if you can do that, then that's a success. And if everybody leaves things better than they found them, then I think the world is a much better place. I'm not singing Kumbaya and saying, hey, we all need to get along and be happy and love each other. That would be a great goal. But it's important to realize, we all make mistakes, we all fail, we all fall down. But at the end of this day, if you can say, you know what I did to this life, what I did in this life, what I did in this day, I did better by it. I left things better than I found them. Even if it's picking up a can in the ditch, doesn't matter. If everybody did that, we'd have a lot of clean ditches. So those are just my thoughts. As you're in this cryptocurrency game, or as the game of life, wherever you're at, it's important to look at every day and think that, why am I in this? Why am I doing this? Am I in this to, be angry, fight with people because one coin or another, you don't like my coin, I don't like your coin. Some people may be. But it's important to me to realize, if at some level we've helped each other and helped each other rise up and recognize who we are and why we're here, then we can all kind of choose what our end game is and have the knowledge to do that. And if cryptocurrency is a tool that, hey, it might make a lot of people wealthy, the key is doing something good with that, leaving this earth better because of that tool. Just my thoughts on a Monday. I don't want to get too deep, but if you're out in Phoenix, Arizona area, that'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty neat to meet you. I like to meet people in the crypto space. It's a different breed of people. There's no doubt about that. More awakened at a deeper level. So yeah, get out there and check that event out. And I met some good people last year, and hopefully I'll see them again, and hopefully I'll see some new faces. Be pretty awesome. And then the following week, Light Queen Lisa and I are going to be in Oklahoma City. We are going to be at the Wilshire Gun Club on March 25th. which is a Friday, and it's the 84th day of the year. It's Litecoin Day. 84 million Litecoin, 84th day of the year. We'll call it Litecoin Day. And then the next day is going to be Bitcoin Day. There's a Bitcoin Day conference. And so that'll be pretty cool to go to. And a lot of good information. You know, I look forward to learning from people there. And so, no, it'll be a good weekend. Go check out clintwestwood.net, and it's got all the details. Hope to see you there. All right, always trust yourself. Trust your instincts and trust your gut. The sheep are going one way. Might want to go the other way. All right, hope you have a wonderful Monday, if I can get it out. And have a great week. Always trust yourself. Thanks for listening. Ask yourself, what's your end game? All right, love you all. Have a great day.